In this video, we are going to talk about the defect management and the user UAT, the testing. Okay, so yesterday, the previous video, we turned business need into user story. Now we are going to test the flow. But why we have to do? Because we are going to launch this product for the users. Like we have final production release go live meeting. So before we take to this stakeholder what we built, we need to thoroughly test the flow if this is working. Okay, and before we go the testing, we need to understand the technical solution first. I think one of the previous video we studied the technical flow, but just a quick reminder how the technical flow is going to work. So we are going to refresh our memory, what's the technical flow, and we are going to remind the SQL validation, what's happening behind the scene, how the data validated. Okay, then we'll come back to quickly the testing flow. Okay, so let's start with the technical solution, right? So technical solution here, okay, and just anything we need to. So we have backend developer. He's asking, can we review the credit risk reporting application? Will communicate with other system. So credit risk is the application we are working on. So the developer asking, can we review? I want make sure the requirement match the technical design. Okay, so let's review. So you join Alex, David, Emily in development area. So Alex open the diagram. So this is how the application component communicate. Okay. So understanding the microservice communication. So I'll put it in a flowchart diagram and I'll explain you quickly. The credit risk reporting platform built using the microservice approach. So what does it mean from a business perspective? Try to understand what is the microservice. Alex explained, instead of building one large application, okay, we separate different business capabilities into smaller services. So that's the microservice. Micro itself, right? It's a mini manageable technical component. Like think like it's a box, right? So let's go back to Miro. So I'm using Miro. This is a good tool to draw diagrams. Maybe in your organization you'll be using Visio or some other Lucidchart or like any other diagram. But if now if you are practicing, you don't need to spend any money. So just head over to type Miro, go to this site, and you can click here and it will ask your Gmail account. Just put your Gmail account and you can land into this page. So when you land into this page and you see create new, so here you just need to click board. Okay, so it will show something. So you choose this option, create team board. Okay, so when you create team board, there are some templates, so just ignore the template. But if you are familiar with working with template, that's okay, but use a blank page. Okay, so I'll close this one, and here you can give a title here, risk application. This is the application we are working. Okay, now you can see shapes and diagrams are there here. Okay, so you can use these shapes, and you have sticky pad. Okay, you have diagrams. So technically I'm going to use the diagram. So think the so I get a microservice. Okay, so this microservice credit, we can name it credit microservice. Okay, credit ms. Okay, so this is a big whole technical component. Okay, so now let's go back to what were it. So credit risk reporting microservice, mortgage data service. So purpose, receive mortgage information, handles mortgage ID, loan balance, payment status. So we have another service, risk calculation service, calculate risk metrics, expose calculation, risk calculation, portfolio analysis. Reporting service, create reports for users, dashboard information. Okay, so what we can do, inside this microservice, okay, we can have these are the main feature, right? So we want to receive mortgage information. So let's go back to our we can use, okay, so here I need arrow, just place it here. So we need mortgage data. I'll just write business term, okay. We need mortgage mortgage data. Okay, so this microservice need mortgage data, right? So arrow should point to microservice, right? So arrow should go other way around. Sorry, I created the control Z. I need to delete this one. So point this my here. So let's say this is the mortgage system, mortgage database. From mortgage database to the mortgage data should come here, right? That's the first one, number one. Okay, number one, data. Okay, so you see we receive mortgage data. So how the microservices are working, if you heard the concept of API, so we talk about API. I think in this module also we talk about how the APIs are working. So API is nothing but it's like a messenger when we need to. So let's draw all the component and we can talk about the technical solution. So we have mortgage data service, okay. So I'm going to copy, just make it this one easy. Okay, so this is the mortgage data service. What else we need here? We need risk calculation service. So these are the once we receive the mortgage data, so microservice has to do let's draw one more rectangular. Okay, you can drag and drop here, but otherwise you can okay, I want to keep this one like this. Okay, so step one, we get the data. So second one, this process the calculate the risk. So risk calculation. Okay, number two, risk calculation. I just copy. So here number two, I'll put number two, step number two. Okay, so we get the data. So this microservice mean you understand, right? It's a technical component. Micro we add like this is one. If you think the banking application, right? So if you think the banking application, entire big application inside bank, this is one component, right? So there are onboarding, there are other services like credit card, debit card. So we isolate this work within a separate area. So that's why we are using this microservice architecture. Okay. So I have detailed no a detailed video about microservice and API testing. I don't recall it. What is the video name? I think it's a technical some technical video. I'll provide the link in the chat. Okay, so you can, there is 10-hour video, so I'm explaining this detail in detail. Okay, so you can go back and watch and get more detail. Let me know in the comments if you have questions so I can create a separate small video. So now the third step, what's happening, let's draw one more component here. Okay, reporting service. So now we have step 3, we need to send this data to reporting, right? So step 1, get the data, do the calculation, send the result to reporting. That makes sense, right? Reporting service. Okay, so that means the dashboard information, right? So who is facilitating this one? So we call as endpoint. So endpoint should be, endpoint mean it's like a gateway, like a, you know, like we have workers. So let's think this is your house. Okay, so in this house, oh no, let's take another example like a supermarket. So this is a supermarket. Okay, we you are selling product, right? So in order to sell product, you need to buy merchandise, right? Like let's say you are selling electronic items. So here, so electronic item, you are not building, you are not producing an electronic, so you buy from a vendor and you sell it. So in order to bring this electronic item, I'll use arrow or something. Okay, I'll take a actor here. I don't know why. Unlock. Okay, it's not allowing me. I need someone to make arrow. Okay, I don't know if it is usable. Okay, okay, saying upgrade. Okay, I don't need. Okay, we can use simple arrow. Okay, so you see this guy ask info. This microservice, your supermarket has a link with the vendor. So this is the guy, vendor. He build he create cell phones. Okay, so let's say he builds cell phones and he sell it to you, right? So the API, let's say this is the messenger. API is the messenger. So you send special request. Hey, I need 5 iPhones. I need 10 Samsung phone or whatever he is building. So the builder, so whoever the manufacturer will send you the information, right? Like send you the whatever the product you are asking. So it's a, you send a request, you get a response, right? So you ask 5 cell phone. So let's go to sticky note. Okay, so you send a request. Okay, and 5 iPhones and 5 Samsung or other Android phones. Okay, so this is your request. So vendor will, I'll copy, get another color. This color is good, right? So we'll get this one. So vendor will give us, okay, here are your items. Okay, so he give a response to you. He say, here is the items that you requested. Okay, so you see this is how it's working. It's, I put simple arrow. So here we are, this guy has a messenger, send this person here, he gave this request, and whoever working there, they receive this information and they prepare the parcel and give to this one. So we can say this is the response. I'm talking about API terms. Okay, there are so many videos about APIs. Let me know if it is not still clear. So what we need to build, we need an endpoint. We call in microservice endpoint. Endpoint mean like this endpoint is this special, let's say this is special door, like a special door, special window is responsible of this credit microservice get the data right from the month. So it's sending request, hey, give me this detail, give me mortgage detail, give me mortgage detail. So it's keep on giving mortgage detail, keep on. So this is happening. So that's one API. I guess you understand. So API is nothing but it's a data transmission between two systems. Okay, it's like a messenger. Okay, so that's happening, first one. Second one, now risk calculation service. So because we don't display everything here, right? We only display past due items only, right? So now the microservice has to do step 2, the business rule evaluation, right? So that's another endpoint. So we need to expand this one a little bit. So I need a separate sticky note here. Business rule. evaluation. So you don't need to do everything. This is done. This technically, this is done by the solution architect or the technical lead. So here, since I'm explaining, I am all like I am the developer, I am the BA, I am the technical lead, everything. So I'm just try to give an idea what will happen when you start this project. Okay. So business rule, you know, right? If the past due, let me write the business rule also very quickly. Past due days are equal or greater than 90. What we need to do, we need to categorize high risk, right? Rest, medium, or whatever the business rule is written. So let me make it a little bigger so that you can see. Okay. So this is what need to do. So Microsoft, if you don't program it, it won't do anything. So step 2, this is what happening, right? Once we receive the data. So microservice, now let's draw one more. Okay, so it's receiving data and it's calculating the risk. Okay, so it's storing in the database. Okay, that's where this position is happening. All right. Okay, so now reporting service. So this information risk summary sent to the reporting dashboard. So this is very clear after calculate, and it should go to this one, right? So this is our microservice architecture, right? This is our system has to do. This is a business term I explained to you. Okay, so API, we have different method, get method, post method, right? Oh, like we are fetching the data, right? We are not posting anything. So here we are asking, give me the current mortgage risk summary, right? So it's asking risk summary. So for example, this API is suitable for here. So the from the risk service database is asking, this is the third endpoint, right? It's asking, hey, whatever you calculated, can you give me if there is any calculation detail, right? So that's a get method asking the risk summary. So how much of my amount, risk loans, risk level. Okay. So what else purpose of the API? Okay, I'll ignore this one. Error scenario, failure scenario, core banking and mortgage data, but the file contain missing balance, right? So we discussed this about data. So when this validating, we need to flag. Okay, so there is nothing we need to talk about. Okay, so we are good. So one small exercise for you. A microservice represent a smaller business. Okay, what's your answer? API allows different system to space with each other. Data validation check whether information is completed, and okay, that's a rules that determine system behavior are called business. Okay, access restrictions are example of blank requirements. Okay, so today we discuss what programming language you are using. So system should reject all failed transactions. What question should be asked, right? Like this is not related to us, but we can ask this question: what programming language you are using, Java or Python? What does the business want to happen when the transaction fails? Can we remove validation? Okay, so these are some questions for you. So here we discuss API requirements, integration scenarios, error handling scenarios, security requirements, and developer clarification. So here what we understand: business explanation, requirement, technical implementation. Okay. So day 9 we'll discuss SQL data validation. So this video already become 20 minutes, so I was planning to do everything together, so I'll stop here and I'll create another video to talk about the data validation, SQL validation, and the different management, and the production release and business go live. Okay, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.